Hey, everybody. Welcome to track 2. Glad you made it with us here. And also thank you to Samuel and Alex from BQool. Thanks for being here and being a part of the summit. Happy to have you.
Thanks, Jeff. We're super happy, super excited. Congratulations to the 10th year anniversary.
Yeah,
And
thank you
in
very
today's
much.
Absolutely. And in today's presentation, we'll tell a little bit about who BQool is. Also, we'll give you some repricing tips for Q2, exactly what we could do, some specific actions. It's not up in the clouds, it's down here in the ground, and we're going to help you with that. And we'll also talk about the integration that we have with InventoryLab as well. And finally, we're going to do a giveaway at the very end. And Alex, I want to ask you, what are we giving away?
We're gonna give away like our repricer worth like $1,200 US. So guys, make sure to stay with us until very end, and you're gonna have the chance to win it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna give it to the people who are inside the live stream. So you got to be in the live stream in order to win $1,200, 1 full year of our AI and our CR repricing. So yeah, like I always say,
fantastic.
Let's get to action.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about who BQool is to give you guys an idea who it is. And then throughout this sharing today, definitely put your questions in the chat. That's what we're in here for. We want to engage with you. We want to know what your burning questions are. And also let us know. Type in the chat, where are you from? Yeah, type in the chat. Let's see if we can see people who's typing in the chat right now. Let us know where you're from. We see a lot of different comments around here. Okay, this is awesome. Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing all of these people. Okay, there's here's Lorena. There's also other people as well. So make sure you stay till the very end for the awesome BQool giveaways. So before we start, we're going to give you a little bit background about who BQool is, and we've been in the business for more than 10 years as well. So just like InventoryLab, we've been here for over 10 years. We also have a team of AI engineers that is in-house. Yeah, so we don't outsource. Everything is done in-house for both front end and back end. We also have over 100 plus AWS servers that we use. And we also have very affordable repricing options that starts at $25 and up. And we also offer 14-day free trial. No credit card is needed. So just the 14 days there is worth $50. Yeah, so you could definitely, go to our website, sign up, and then get the 14 days free trial. And we also have rule-based AI and conditional repricing, as well as we're in the Marketplace Development Council. So we've been in the business for a long time, and we are the repricer that Amazon trusts. So inside the App Store at Amazon, we have the highest rated, we have the most number of reviews for the AI repricer. So you can go check us up. You can also go to different review sites to see what people are saying about us. And in general, what is our feedback from people, Alex?
Yeah, it's pretty great. So you guys can go and check. We also on Amazon App Store. So you guys can go and Google BQool and see what are the reviews there. And we also have some sellers who amazing sellers who using BQool, and they have a great stories which we want to share. So here we can see whom Hayden, right? Sarah, Ben, Ash, and
yeah, we have so many. We have so many sellers. Go online, look at YouTube, look at Facebook groups. Ask your mentor, ask your coach. There's so many people that uses BQool, and then there's also a lot of successful sellers, well known in the industry, including Stefan Smotherman. He's also presenting in the other room right now. Also, Jim Cochran, he's been using BQool. He'll have amazing results. And also, Dave Lacrosse, he's a 7-figure seller of over $10 million in sales, doing online arbitrage and wholesale. And we also have Devin. So who is Devin? And what's interesting about Devin?
I think Devin is really interesting because he's only 17 years old, but he's already a successful Amazon seller. Because I remember when I was 17 years old, I probably played some computer games or PS4, right? But he's doing a successful Amazon business at his age, and he's doing pretty well. So I think it's a really nice example that people should follow. And he's also pretty happy using a BQool repricer.
And I'm pretty jealous, I'll be honest with you. a lot of these successful sellers. For example, Devin's got a Rolex.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a BMW. He's got a lot of nice things, and he's worked hard though, right? And he's at 17 years old. So if you have the will, if you have the the mindset, you put in the work, you can do it too as well. We could use InventoryLab, and you could also use BQool integration together, and it's going to save you so much time. And let's talk a little bit about Amazon strategies for Q2. So I wanted to ask you, Alex, what are some products that you should sell in 2023? So we went in and we did the work. We found out what is selling. We looked through thousands and thousands of sellers. We also went through a lot of different review sites as well. So we've made this original what you should sell in 2023, and we're going to share with you a little bit about that. So Alex, what should you sell in 2023?
Right, so you guys can make a screenshot of this chart because we prepare for every month what kind of products you can sell. And for example, right now we're getting to the April, and a lot of people are going to do the car maintenance, right? They're going to change. The reason why they're going to do car maintenance is because they're going to change from the winter tires to the summer tires. And during that time, you can actually sell some car parts. And then also the beauty products, because people are going to go out more because the weather is getting better, the weather is getting warmer. So people are going to start to go out more. So it's a good opportunity to sell those kind of products. And for every month, there's a different kind of products you can sell. Of course, you can see what kind of products most suitable for your business to sell. And this is the chart you can look and see if it's suitable for you to sell or not.
So we wanted to give you some general tips as well for Q2. And you definitely want to prepare for different seasonal holidays. And there's also Prime Day, which is going to be very likely going to be in July, most likely. There's actually 2 Prime Days last year. And then what's upcoming is Easter, and there's Mother's Day as well. So, some of the nice items that might sell on Easter, definitely seasonal items as well. You also want to find reliable suppliers. So you might be joining some different retail exhibitions to find wholesalers. If you're selling wholesale, you might be adding new products in. You might be considering adding new products. We even have people who buy on Amazon during low season, and then they store it in their own warehouse, and then they ship it into Amazon, so they don't have to pay all those storage fees as well. And what else, Alex?
Yeah, also you need to use a BQool repricer because the competition on Amazon is getting higher, and a lot of sellers, they're all using repricer, and you want to be able to compete with them, because if someone using repricer and you don't, it's going to be hard for you to win the Amazon buy box. So use a BQool repricer, and we have a lot of different rules which we're going to share in a bit, and also analyze the data from the last year, because usually you need to see what kind of products you sold before, how was the sales, and see if you can use this data for this year and sell it in 2023. And also prepare for the holiday seasons, because we have a lot of different events, for example, as Samuel shared, the Amazon Prime Day, and also in Q4 there's a Christmas and Cyber Monday, and it's always the best when you prepare in advance, when you're going to be ahead of everyone, right?
Yes. And Jeff, what do you recommend for Q2, from an inventory point of view? What suggestion do you have for the sellers?
Yeah, that chart you just had up was fantastic, because as a seller, you want to look at those months and see well in advance. I'm planning, in January, I'm going to be planning for March, April, May, because I want to find and source those products, get them prepped, or get them to my prep center and get them in my system. You don't necessarily have to have them sent to Amazon right away, but you should be ready to get it in early so you can get a jump on all that. And you also mentioned Prime Day. That's huge, but you want to make sure you're ready for it. So make sure you've got your email notifications set, so when those emails come from Amazon that are going to announce it, or from some of the various news sites, I know there's several blogs that kind of predict when it's going to be, and they're usually pretty close. You can kind of get a jump on your competition if you're paying attention to those clues. And I'd say, one of the biggest things, I think your company with the repricing, you don't want to have to spend your time monitoring Amazon's site and then adjusting your prices manually, because you're never going to win that way. You want to have something automated where you can set it and forget it and trust that it's going to function, such as your repricing tool, because that way you don't have to focus on that. You can focus on sourcing material or products, because that's where you're going to succeed. So you have some
Yeah,
really
if you
great
can,
tips here in your slides.
yeah, if you can automate the repricing, automate the inventory management, with the experts, and then you can
Yeah.
actually save a lot of time to do product sourcing. And we actually give out a lot of tips about how to do product sourcing, which is on our YouTube channel for some of the largest sellers. We actually made a video with 12 product sourcing tips that you could actually look at and review. And you could also, we also show many different ways of sourcing products using reverse sourcing, using all sorts of different tools. And that's why it's important to have a tool like InventoryLab, like Scoutify. So you could actually find those products and then you can actually profit from them and add them to your repertoire. And then you can check which ones are doing well, which ones are not doing well. So you definitely want to pay attention to that, and also the different seasons and the deadlines as well.
Yeah.
So
I think
we want to, go ahead, Jeff. Sorry.
Yeah, your YouTube channel has a lot of great content. So I don't know if we can get a banner up at some point with your channel location, but I think it would be well worth people's time to visit your YouTube channel because you put out a lot of great content. So make sure to soak up all that. And you also mentioned Scoutify, but I also like to kind of would like to give people a little bit of a hint for the end of the day. We're going to be talking about our new Chrome browser extension, ScoutX, and that's going to allow you to source and compare products right from within the Amazon page. So make sure you check out that track at the end of the day for ScoutX. That's a new thing that's going to be coming out. It's in beta right now, but yeah, all those tools and what you mentioned here, this chart here, I love as well. It kind of gets you set up for success.
Yeah, Jeff, you are, you are bringing out all the goodies. You're telling people about this Chrome extension. Like, can you tell people about that so early in the program?
Yeah, I want to give them a little heads up to make sure to attend that session at the end of the day because you're gonna get a full demo of it. So we're pretty excited about it.
That's fantastic. Yeah. So Jeff was just talking about the banner there, and then we'll just add the banner right now so everyone can see where that banner is. So you can go to YouTube and then just look for BQool, and then you'll see we have hundreds of videos that show different seller tips with different sellers as well. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the integration with InventoryLab, and then Jeff, I want to ask you, so who is the first repricer that did integration with InventoryLab?
Yeah, we opened up the integration in July of 2018, and actually BQool, you were right there at the beginning, the first one that we got signed up, and that it kind of allows a seamless integration between the repricer and our application. So that takes like you mentioned, automation. It takes another step out of the process now. So you're keeping track of your inventory in InventoryLab, but since we're integrated with you and providing you the costs and that sort of thing, so the repricer can work to its fullest potential, it's a pretty good partnership, I'd say.
Yeah, we were the first ones to integrate with InventoryLab, and it's been many years. I think at least probably around five years or more.
Yep. Coming up on 5 years here.
Yeah. Coming on 5 years there, right? And then some of the companies, they were not even there 5 years ago. And then so the way to integrate is actually very easy. You just go into the BQool repricer. And then you can press on how to integrate, and then it would show you all the steps of that. So it's like a 2-3 step process. And then in InventoryLab, you go into InventoryLab, you would go into the settings, and then you go to the integration page, and then you turn on for BQool. And then you could also, then it would start the integration by pulling in the costs. We could also integrate the export, the mins and max, if you have them inside InventoryLab to BQool. Yeah, so I believe we're the only repricer currently right now that we can export it right from InventoryLab. And correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff. Is that currently?
Right. Yeah. If you go to the list and then close batches page, each batch that you create and send feeds to Amazon, you can export that file. And there's actually a special link in the menu within InventoryLab that lets you export the BQool batch file, and that'll contain yeah, that's it, the BQool Repricing Central. That will contain your min and max prices. So it's pretty important, I think, to get your min and max in there, because listings can get deactivated if there's some kind of pricing issue. The min and max, if you set that for your items, that helps prevent that. But you do, before you do integrate, you want to make sure you get your buy costs into InventoryLab and get those set, because once the integration is turned on, BQool pulls the buy costs from InventoryLab into their application. So you want to make sure that those are set in InventoryLab first before you integrate. But I think you can export your cost information from BQool and just import it into InventoryLab fairly easy, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's fairly easy. And we have a lot of different support articles, both on the BQool support page and also on the support page for InventoryLab, that shows you exactly how to do this step by step. And the settings I was talking about earlier is just right here. And when you click on General, and then in the General, all you have to do is just turn this on. And then what happens is we'll actually integrate with the InventoryLab costs every 12 hours. Yeah, so it's not 24 hours, it's 12 hours. And Alex, what's the advantage of having 12 hours integration instead of 24 hours?
Yeah, because like it's way faster. Like, you know, like a lot of things might happen like in 12 hours. Like if you go like for the stock market or like for some prices of for some products, they actually can be like sold out or the prices can change. So it's always the best like when you can do like as soon as possible. And like we do like as fast as 12 hours.
So let's continue on here a little bit and just share with people about some of the repricing tips that we can give for Q2, some of the settings, and also what's the different ways to reprice as well. So when I'm back in the presentation here, and then I'm just going to go to the next slide here about the different rules that we have. So we have different repricing rules. We have rule-based rules, we have AI-powered rules, and also conditional repricing. So the difference between the three is rule-based. We recommend you for rule-based is go for match buy box. And there's actually, ones and one custom ones. And it starts very affordable. It's at $25. Then we have the AI-powered, which you have incremental repricing. And on average, the people who use our AI repricer get between 12 to 20% increase in the buy box percentage. And then we have conditional repricing. So what's the difference, Alex, between conditional repricing, AI-powered, and rule-based?
So basically, like rule-based is like when you're starting out, like on Amazon, like you don't want to spend like a lot of money, so you're gonna start with rule-based, which starts with $25. And then like when you're more experienced and you want to have like smarter rules, you're gonna use AI-powered repricer, because this way like it's gonna reprice even like in a smarter way. Like, and like what is the main difference is because rule-based usually reprice by the same amounts, like maybe like by 1 penny, and like AI repricer is actually gonna see like how much it should reprice. Like maybe it should reprice by 2 pennies or for 3 pennies, and always it's always different. Like maybe like today is this amount and tomorrow is gonna be like another amount, and AI actually can see that and reprice accordingly. And because it's gonna do that that way, it's actually gonna help you to win Amazon buy box even more often. And as Samuel said, like you're gonna have like Amazon like more sales as well. And then like we have a conditional repricer, which is actually a new level of AI. And like what it's gonna help you to do is gonna help you to change between different rules, because sometimes you have like more aggressive rules, sometimes you have like less aggressive rules, and maybe like even like by sometimes you want to sell some items like in a certain period, and maybe like you want to change your price or ROI, like if it's item is selling pretty long, then like it's actually gonna help you to do that. And later we're gonna even do the live demo to show you like how exactly you can use the conditional repricer.
Yeah, so this next generation of repricing, what we call conditional repricing, you're able to use all 5 of our AI rules. So we have 5 AI rules, not just 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 AI rules. And then so we can actually reprice very intelligently with machine learning. And so it's a lot faster. We have machine learning. And when you look at the price history, when you switch to AI repricing, it's going to be a lot more. It's going to reprice a lot more. How much more? Around 30 times more when you look at the numbers based on our data. And then again, with conditional repricing, you could reprice based on inventory. You could reprice based on the number of sales that you have. the number of available units. There's 18 different criterias that, based on the market conditions. We're going to show you the 2 most important settings for Q2 because it's very, very important, and I don't want you to miss this. Yeah, so we're going to go straight to the settings here. And then this first setting, this is an example I want to show you. Okay, so the other day, I went and bought a pair of Nike shoes. I went to the outlet, the Nike outlet. And then these Nike shoes right here on Amazon, they're probably around $170, $180 for the Air Max. You can check them up. And then, but I was able to get these shoes at a very good price. So even at the discount, it was around $100. And then on top of that, I had a coupon code, and I tried to get a gift card as well to get even more discount with my cashback credit card. And then so I actually got these shoes for around 80 something US. But there's a cap, right? I can only get 5 of them. So in this first scenario, you're getting products you source, but you can't get more of them. So it's capped. Maybe it's you went to Walgreens, and then there's a 2-for-1 deal. So you have these products that you got. It's popular, but you don't have a lot of inventory. So you just have a few products left. In this situation, you want to maximize your profit. And so let me show you exactly how to do that. So I'm going back into our repricer here. So let me share my screen here with everybody. And then this is going to be great. I'm just going to show you exactly how to do this here. And so I'm inside the repricer. We have a dashboard that's very beautiful, extremely beautiful. You can look at it, gives you all the information. You can look at what are the best-selling products, using the Pareto principle, 80-20, focus on the 20% that's getting you 80% of the sales. So we go into the repricing rules here. So I click on repricing rules, and then let's let it load. And then inside here, you can pick the different types of rules you want. And so we have add new rule. This will bring me to the add new rule page. And then here I have my AI-powered rules, I have my rule-based rules, and I have my conditional repricer. And in our situation, we're going to use a conditional repricer, and I'm going to pick FBA advanced conditions, and I'm going to just call this popular items, for example. I'm going to go to next. And we have actually done all the settings for you. So you don't even need to change any of the settings if you don't want to.
Nice.
But what I want to show you, though, is so we have the available quantity here. And there's a lot of different options you can pick, but there's available quantity. And this is the one you got to use. And then you could use, and we're showing how many units you have here. So we have a range from 1 to 50. And then here we could actually change the rule. We could change the rule plus min price. So we could actually automate min price, which is a huge advantage if you're a larger seller, because you don't want overstock item, which Alex will talk about later. And so here we have the rule, and I have the most aggressive rule to the less aggressive rule. So in my specific situation for my Nike shoes, and it's a size 11, which is a very popular size. And then again, these are very popular size. The price, if you look at Keepa, is going to be very constant. It's not going to be, just going off the roof. And so in this situation, between 1 and 5, I have it at AI profit maximizer. And then if it's above that, I have it at a more balanced rule between sales and profits. And then you don't actually have to change any of the settings. Just focus on the available units. What works for you. Like everybody's scale is different. Maybe you're a lot larger than us. Yeah, maybe you buy 100 pairs for if you do wholesale, you're able to get, or maybe you're selling socks, for example. And so here, another place is when none of the above conditions are met, then we have it at AI equalizer, which is a balance between sales and profits. And then I go to next and I'm done. And then I could just set all of these rules. There's 3 different ways. We have support articles, but it's very easy. You can use bulk set. You could just go to the listing page. And then all you have to do here, let's say in the listing page, you could just change the rule manually as well if you don't have a lot of listings. Or you could also use the upload file if you have lots of listings. And then Alex, can you show us the other repricing rule that everybody should use for Q2, especially after Q1, when you still have a lot of overstock items? Yeah. Maybe it might be a seasonal item. It might be an item that you just can't sell. Right. What do you do about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So let me share another rule. So we're gonna go again to conditional repricing, and let me cancel this rule. And this rule is going to be based on inventory age. So basically, when you sell on Amazon, you don't want your items to be like they're in the warehouse for too long. Like you want to sell them like as fast as you can, right? And this actually rule gonna help you to do that. So let's go to add a new rule, and we're gonna go to conditional repricing again here, and then let's go to inventory age conditions, and that we can call it like as you want. And then like, okay, so we're gonna press next, and this is where we're gonna see some settings. So we actually have the preset for you, and you can just go with it. But like if you want to adjust it to your business, you can do it as well. So let's go here, and we're gonna see we have like, so the way you should look at this from bottom, from 0 to 30 days, all the way to 365 days. And how it's gonna go is gonna go from the less aggressive rule to the more aggressive rule. So like if the item has been there for like the 0 to 30 days, it's gonna use AI Profit Booster. And once your item has been there for more than 31 days, it's gonna go with more aggressive rule, which is AI Equalizer, and it's gonna go all the way to 365 days. And what is more interesting is that like after 90 days, because we're gonna get like some additional, we might have some additional charges later on, like once we reach to 180 days. So we want to probably even have like 0 ROI. Maybe before it used to be like 50%, but now like we are willing to go like to 0 just because we want to get our money back, because we want to have the cash flow, right? And this rule actually gonna help us to do that. So you don't need to manually change anything. You just can set it up all here, and it's gonna help you to sell the item faster, like once it's been there for a longer time. And once it's been like to more than like 180 days, maybe you want to go like even negative, because this is the time like when Amazon actually gonna send you some like additional charges for the for your item being there for so long, right? And then maybe like if it's like 270 days to 365 days, maybe like even like minus 40, and then like over the year maybe like minus 50. So it's okay like to lose money here, because the item is being there for so long, and like it's gonna be for you. It's gonna be even more expensive for you if you want to return it from Amazon. And
yeah, like what Alex is saying is, surprise! Amazon has increased the fees again for FBA fees in April. So this is happening in April. So in April, if it's over 181 days, now there's additional surcharge, and also the return, the discharge fee now is going to double in price very soon, from I think 80 something cents to $1, just double the price. So you do want to sell off the overstock items, and you do want to get your cash flow back. But we are at the end of our session today, and before we end, I do want to answer a couple of the questions that people have asked. It's very important. Definitely type your questions in, and we're going to do our lucky draw right now as well. So stay on the line here. So we have customer from Cheryl Harp, and she is from Kansas City. Yeah, the Chiefs, right? Yeah, what's up? Yeah, so she's very interested to know how many SKUs that you should have before you start to use a repricer. So I'll be very honest with you, usually between 50 to 100 SKUs. If you have less than that, you could probably, I might get fired for this, but you could probably manually reprice. I'll be very honest with you. But what I do know is when you first get started, some of the factors that goes into getting the buy box is, do you have a professional account? How long have you been selling for? Also, what's the price? Like, have you been selling for a month or 2 months? So even new sellers, they try to get a repricer and able to get more sales. So our recommendation is, when you're starting, you might need to actually sell a bit lower to get more sales, so you can get the buy box, and you can also build up your reviews and your reputation as a seller as well. So that's our recommendation for you. Another question here. I'm gonna just
Hey, Samuel.
Question. Yeah.
Yeah, if I could make a comment, I think what Alex was talking about was with the storage fees and how you can avoid those. I hadn't even thought about that in repricing terms and how that could be an advantage. But when he was talking about it, I was like, oh yeah, that'll save you a ton of money, just being able to get rid of the items that maybe aren't selling as fast. Because if you go and try to liquidate it with Amazon, you're getting pennies on the dollar, versus if you use, BQool's repricing system, you can really clear out that old inventory. And I hadn't even thought about that as an advantage for a repricer. So that's a really good point. I don't know
Thanks.
how many other people
Good.
didn't realize that, but I figure there's probably a few more like me that had no idea that that could be an advantage. So
yeah, the majority of all the 6-figure or 7-figure sellers we do, their usual cutoff time is 2 months. Yeah, and then after 2 months, they start to liquidate. Yeah, they do break even. So as you grow, as you're a larger seller, you need to have liquidation or overstock in your business workflow. And so when the product is not selling, maybe you need to get rid of that product, and you might need to find another product. Yeah. So some of the new sellers, like they might they get an item and then they really want to make profit from it. But I'm sorry, you have to check the Keepa chart. You have to know that the price is going down. 10 other people found a good value product you got from Walmart. Yeah, so everybody is selling it now, so the price is going to tank. It's a supply and demand. It's like it's really economics that's coming in. So we're going to go right into. Should we answer some more questions, or we're going to go to the giveaway because everybody's been waiting, and I know we have a very busy schedule. Yeah, we could probably answer one or two other questions.
Yeah, let's do the questions and then
let's do the questions. Let's do the questions. Okay, so I see some questions here. Let me see. This is from Rebecca Belts. And then Rebecca Belts. Let me put it up on the screen so everybody could see it here. What do you consider a long-term replen? 2 months, 6 months, a year? Ideally for replens, you can continue to resell them. You could go out to the store, buy them, resell them at a consistent rate. I'll give you an example of a replen. For example, recently there's a new update for BQool has a new update for small and light. Amazon also has some update for small and light. So it actually increases from $10 US to $12 US. So you could go to your dollar store around the corner, get some Easter beads, and you could ship them in. We actually made a video about how to source products for small and light. So that could possibly be a replen product. You can continue doing that over and over again. Now, so when you consider long-term replen, it's something that you can continue to do over and over again. But the reality is that other people are also sourcing the product as well. So you have to keep on looking. There's no perfect product. You cannot be so attached to your worldly possessions. Like you have to let them go, turn them into profit, and always be on the lookout. And one of the important things is, by a very famous person, he said that change is constant, right? The only thing that is constant is change itself.
Yeah.
So you do have to continue to find new products that are profitable, and it might work. It might work for 2 months, 6 months, even a year in some cases. Especially if it's a very local store that other places don't have the same product. Yeah. So okay, and then this one is from. I'm going to show another question from Louise. So shout out to you, Louise.
Yeah, Louise.
Where do we find the videos that you're talking about? Well, you can find it on our YouTube channel. Yeah, and then here is the link for that, and then maybe we could put it. We could put this in the chat as well, like our BQool channel, so you can go and look at the YouTube videos. We teach you how to source products, what products you should sell in 2023, and a lot of product sourcing knowledge around the whole ecosystem. We also made a video with InventoryLab as well, and then Jeff actually goes through very detailed how to use InventoryLab. Some of the most important tips that you should use as well. So definitely, just go to our YouTube channel, go to YouTube and just look for BQool. All right, let's see some more questions here. Some more questions. Okay, so there's other questions here, but I think they're already answered.
Yeah, I think I see how can BQool make things less overwhelming.
Oh, okay. So by Lorena Cook here. Shout out to you, Lorena. How can BQool make things less overwhelming? Or do you recommend to wait until you're more seasoned with selling? Well, I think if you don't know, you can just use AI Equalizer. All right, just use AI Equalizer. Gives you an equal amount of sales and profit. So you can start out with using the AI repricer, and then as you get more advanced, then you could use the conditional repricer based on the market conditions. And also you have enough inventory, right? So it makes more sense for you to use that. So definitely you could start with the AI repricer, and it takes about it takes a couple minutes to get set up. Really, basically, once you start the free trial, which is 14 days free trial, no credit card is needed. We will pull in your listings from Amazon, and if you're an InventoryLab user, we can pull in all your cost as well. Then you could just set the rule that you want. You set your mins and you set your max prices, and then we'll reprice between those. We have a lot of support articles. We have a lot of support options. Alex, what support options do we have available for everybody?
Oh, we have a lot. So we have like you guys can go like on our website and also just like search like on support.BQool.com, and you're gonna see like a lot of different articles like about our repricer. We really spend a lot of time on making that website. And also we have the email, like, so you guys can just email us at support@BQool.com, and like our support team gonna be always happy to answer any of your questions. And we have the live chat as well, where you can just type in your question and our team gonna answer you. And we prepare a lot of different like sources such as YouTube, podcast, Facebook groups, Instagram. So we prepare like a lot of different sources to help all Amazon sellers.
Yeah, your support system's pretty robust. I mean, you have all kinds of options. YouTube is fantastic. Yeah, there's lots of good info.
So we've reached the end of our presentation, and thanks for staying us till the end.